Welcome back to another episode of Juice with the Fords. Come on and Juice with the Fords. Y'all, it is your healthy habits and lifestyle coach, Jovonnie. If you checked out the title, we're talking about seedless versus seeded watermelon. Y'all, it is watermelon season time. And so we're going to get into this conversation. Drop a watermelon in the comments if you're someone who vibes with watermelon. You like watermelon, whether you juice it or whether you're eating it. But y'all know June started off with a liquid detox. I got through over 16 days, y'all. 17 days by the end of day 17 that evening. My body was talking to me and it needed some grounding food. I needed some vegetables. And so that 30-day liquid detox goal turned into more of a 16 and some change type of goal, but it felt so good to really get that discipline and give my body the opportunity to use energy to really cleanse my body, to detox and do other things versus having to break down a whole bunch of food constantly and consistently every single day. And so now we're getting into the watermelon, and I might just do a watermelon cleanse, but we about to get into it. Let me check it out in the comments. If you are vibing with watermelon, drop watermelon in the comments and let me know how the vibes vibing in June. How are your wellness vibes vibing in June? All right, y'all. So I picked up some seedless watermelon. Didn't know at the time that the yellow and the orange watermelon were seedless until I brought it home. I was just so excited to see yellow and orange watermelon at a watermelon stand. And so I was like, ooh, but let's get into it. Are there still some benefits with watermelon that is seedless versus the seed dead? And how could I really go about figuring this all out? And so seedless watermelon is a hybrid. All right, it is a hybrid. Not GMO, but it's still missing some of nature's full code, like the actual seeds, right? And it may lack certain phytonutrients found in seeded varieties. So those actual seeded watermelon. So this one got a little slight drop. So it already started. It was cracked before we got started. So that's why we're starting with this yellow one first. All right, because it's not organic, and I know it's not organic because I checked the code on it, and if the code starts with a 9-digit number, then it is certified organic. If it doesn't, then it's not certified organic, which means that it may have pesticide exposure. So make sure you wash it really well. So I gave all of the watermelon a good cleansing bath prior to us getting this juice prep started. So make sure if you're not getting organic produce, organic watermelon, that you wash it really, really, really well. All right. Starting to get some juice on the side. So maybe it's going to be really juicy. And as you can see, these are smaller melons. So I'm not quite sure how many ounces of juice I'm going to get. And I did get a large seeded red watermelon. So that one I'm going to actually eat. So I said I'm just going to juice the yellow and the orange. And we're going to talk about some of the benefits and the difference from the yellow and the orange watermelon. But even though I'm not juicing the rind, it still needs to be washed fairly well. All right, so I want y'all to know that. But here's the truth. This yellow and the orange watermelon is still very hydrating, anti-inflammatory, and nourishing. All right, and nourishing. This option is good if you are on a budget and it's available. So if it's available and you're on a budget, this is still a good option for you. So let me check y'all out real quick. Okay, with the watermelon. So we got some watermelon vibes in the comment. What's up? Oh, shoot. 9-digit number, or it needs to start with the number 9. It needs to start with the number 9. That's a good question. It needs to start with the number 9. And y'all, this is still the Nama J2 juicer. All right, the Nama J2 juicer. This is what the yellow looks like on the inside. So very juicy. I am going to do, y'all, half of a lime since it's smaller. And instead of a thumb size ginger, I'm going to go with that's half a thumb size of ginger because the watermelon is smaller than my normal size seeded red watermelon that I typically juice. So we get this started. I'm going to do my best to try to juice straight into the jars. I got the ball mason glass jars. I'm not straining out any of the flesh. So it is definitely just going to go straight into the juice. And look at that, y'all. We are already coming with some of the juice. I'll show it to you. And I think these are 32-ounce jars, y'all. So I typically, here we go. I already got one jar. That was past 2 cups of juice already. And I'm going to tell y'all about the benefits of the yellow watermelon juice. I mean the yellow watermelon, because there are some different, as you can tell, especially not just the color is different in the watermelon. They don't taste the same. And actually when I tasted this the other day, it was, because they had some that was pre-cut, it wasn't as sweet. So it definitely wasn't as sweet. All right, y'all, we are a little above those 24 ounces. So we're on glass number 2. Let's see the jar of juice, please. Will do. Let's back it on up for you. Where we at? Wait it. I think we just lost that one, guys. And let me know, have y'all tried yellow watermelon before? Let me know, have you tried yellow watermelon before? Very hydrating. That piece was actually kind of sweet, so I don't know if go, y'all. Got 2 jars. Uh-oh. It needs to be tilted. It wasn't getting juice. Break it up. There we go. Just make sure it's in there. So you see it coming out there. It's at the top. So y'all, we already got 2 32 ounces from this small yellow watermelon. Again, this one is seedless, and I'm going to give y'all a little bit more nutritional benefits of it as well. Just need to make sure we good. There we go. So I'm going to just put a little bit more in this one. There we go. Because I'm not putting it in the pitcher first and stirring it all up, it's not going to have all of the yeah, we're doing pretty good with this one. We're almost at 3 jars full, and I think we are at 32 ounces. So again, y'all, watermelon is it yields a lot of juice because it's mostly water, like 92% water, I believe. So it's looking like we might get 4 jars out of this little one. And again, we are on a larger size. So I typically use 24-ounce jars of watermelon. That's a whole lot of juice. There you go. That is a whole lot of juice in these jars. And people typically try to get in like 12, 16 ounces of juice a day. And it's 32 ounces. So this is almost like 2 servings of juice a day. But it really just depends on you. If you are someone who is on, let's say, like doing a juice cleanse, or someone who wants to consume more juice, raw foods, watermelon is definitely a go. So yeah, I'm not quite sure which one is, I don't know which one is another yellow, because I got 2 yellow, 2 orange. So we're going to see. Y'all think we should mix it up? If this is an orange, you think we should mix it with the yellow watermelon juice? Let me know in the comments if you think we should mix it. All right. Let me know if you think we should mix it. All right. That because it's conventionally grown with the 4032, the number starts with a 4 and not a 9. It's not organic. I know we definitely talked about that. So you have to thoroughly wash it, have a clean knife, and then prioritize the rotation of when you're getting in these non-organic watermelon that's seedless with your seeded. All right, so you don't want to do it for a long period of time. You want to make sure you're alternating with seeded watermelon if you have it available. And y'all know I'm always going to have the ginger and the lime to help with digestion, to help with the alkalinity, to help with reducing inflammation. But just be mindful of digestive distress, diarrhea, or gut imbalances with the seedless watermelon. All right, with the seedless watermelon that's not organic. But the yellow watermelon, y'all, is rich in beta carotene, and it supports eye health, skin, and your immune system. So that's the benefits of the yellow. Also high in hydration and natural electrolytes. But the orange watermelon contains lycopene and carotenoids for anti-inflammatory effects, and they also support hormone balance, cardiovascular health, and glowing skin. So the orange has different benefits from the yellow, but both are seedless. So we have to make sure that we are mindful of that as well. All right. Definitely want to make sure, just in case we're about to, open up an orange, I wanted you to know the difference between the two. All right, let me check the comments. That's a lot of juice very fast. What up, Crystal? What a kite? Got your juice cleansing. It really just allows your body to show up in a different way. All right, so we mixing it. All right, it just really allows your body to show up in a different way. So let's see. I kind of want y'all to make sure y'all can see in the juice, the watermelon. But I think you're going to be able to see it. So I'm going to keep the juice here so you know what we have. So a juice cleanse, you are flooding your body with nutrients. Nutrients from the juices. Yep, this is about to be an orange, y'all. Juices from juices. You can do a mono juice. You can do some veggie-based juices. You can also do smoothies with the liquid detox, which you're saying, let me make sure I got it. Benefits of a juice cleanse. So you're flooding your body with a lot of nutrients when you're juice cleansing. And you heard me talk to you about the juice, the benefits of the juice. Of the watermelon. And so being able to flood your body with those types of nutrients and not having to digest so many other foods, you're giving your body the opportunity to kind of heal naturally, allowing the energy to be detoxing and not overworked. You're getting it at the cellular level. So if I was to attempt, let's say, a 30-day watermelon mono fast, meaning I'm juicing the watermelon and I am eating the watermelon, I'm getting it at the cellular level. It's really helpful for the lymphatic system. It's flushing out the different toxins in the body. And not just drinking water doesn't do enough of that. You really need the nutritional benefits of the ingredients and the components that make up the watermelon to be able to do those things. Grapes have a lot of benefits as well when you're just consuming grapes. And it's best to eat grapes than it is to juice the grapes to get the best benefits out of it and to not spike your insulin levels with the grapes if you were to juice them instead of just eating them. But it's really getting to the cellular level. So that was a really good question about the juice fast, is that you're really flushing out a lot of toxins and you're really hitting your different organs and systems in your body to just really get a lot of benefits all at one time. And allowing that energy to be used to benefit your body, than constantly breaking it down and figuring out how to try to get it to be beneficial for your body and use it because you're consuming and eating a lot of foods. And speaking of that, I'm glad you said that. Even if you only have options like seedless options for watermelon, that is still better than you consuming processed foods. So know that too. So even if you can't find the seeded, or maybe you can't afford it, the seedless watermelon is still better than the processed foods that you may be consuming or choosing to consume. And so I still want you to know that as well. So I'm just trying to give you some of the truths behind the functional nutritional benefits of the watermelon, because a lot of times people really want you to get the seeded, which it is better for you because it's not a hybrid, it's not man-made, planted, all these other things. It's not, and if it's organic, you know, you have less exposure to pesticides. The yellow is sweeter than this orange, y'all. But we said we mixing, so let's get to it. Oops. Let's get to it, y'all. Can y'all see the orange? Hopefully you can see the orange. Let me bring it to you so you can kind of see that it is different from the yellow. If you can remember, drop it in the comments. What are some of the benefits of the orange watermelon? What are some benefits of the orange watermelon if you can remember? Here, go ahead. Orange can be seen. Good. Now tell me what the benefits are. What's at least one benefit? Here we go, y'all. Almost like a thumb size of the ginger. And we're doing half a lime. Let's see. Orange can be seen. Y'all, I don't hear y'all telling me the benefits of the orange. What were some of the benefits of the orange watermelon versus the yellow? I know I might have put too much in here. Let's see. Here we go with the mix. Here we go with the mix. Here we go with the mix. Fiber benefit. get more of the benefits of fiber when you are eating the watermelon versus drinking the watermelon. You can taste the difference too from the orange to the yellow. Some more jars. Yeah, we have enough jars. The orange watermelon is sweeter. No! Y'all in the comments cheating. Not just from the taste. So let me know which one is best for eye health. Is it the yellow or the orange? Yellow or the orange watermelon? Which one's better for eye health? Yellow or orange? Yellow or the orange? Which one is better for your eye health? Yellow or orange? Yellow or orange? Yellow or orange? Which one is better for eye health? Let's see. Let's see. Yes, the orange watermelon is sweeter. Orange is best for eye health. Orange is best for eye health. That is absolutely wrong. Yellow. Yellow. The yellow watermelon is better for eye health. The yellow. The yellow. Good try. Good try. It was the yellow with the eye health. The yellow. Good try. Thank you for being a YouTube live stream risk taker with answering that one. It is the yellow. The yellow is great for eye health, skin, and immune system. The yellow, because it is rich in beta carotene. Think like carrots, that beta carotene that's found in carrots. Good job, good job, good job. And then the orange watermelon contains lycopene, so it's really good for anti-inflammatory effects, but it's also good for cardiovascular health and hormone balance. All right, helps with glowing skin too, but think hormone and heart for the orange. All right, hormone and heart for the orange, and then eye and immune system for the yellow. We learning up in here today, y'all. So there are still benefits of the seedless watermelon. Even when they are not organic, there are still benefits. You just need to make sure that you are washing them really well. Even though you're not even using the rind and the juice, you still have to wash them really well. All right, y'all, looks like we got our last little bit of orange. And we said we have been mixing. And it looks like now we're back. This is how much we have now. Looks like we are back to the yellows. All right, we're back to the yellows. What about the purple watermelon? I don't know about the purple watermelon. Not quite sure about that one yet. I was thinking orange because of the carrots and benefits carrots have on the eyes. Yeah, but the beta carotene is in the yellow one. Right, the more you know. So we got some more orange right here. We're going to get into this last yellow. real quick. And remember, y'all, because they are smaller, I'm only doing half a line that I normally would do in a large seeded red watermelon that I would typically get. So I'm doing half the lime, half the ginger. And now we're going to really start talking about, hope y'all can see the yellow. We're going to talk a little bit more about these seeded and the seedless. All right, so we kind of already talked about the benefits of the yellow watermelon, the orange watermelon. We talked about the benefits of doing a juice fast. Again, make sure you always check with your healthcare professional on what's best and aligned for you. But juicing floods your body with these nutritional benefits that the ingredients that you choose to use in your juices that they don't typically get on a regular basis. All right, it is the opportunity to really flood them with these nutrients and allows your organs and your systems to do what it doesn't normally get to do because you typically don't flood your body with these types of nutrients regularly, especially if you're someone who consumes a lot of processed foods and not a lot of whole foods. And speaking of whole foods, y'all, and I'm not talking about the store. Speaking of whole foods, and I'm not talking about the store, I'm going to show you the plant-based alternative guide because you might be like, I don't even know what foods you're even talking about. All right. I don't know what you're talking about, Healthy Habits and Lifestyle Coach Jovonnie. So I created this plant-based alternative guide. So then that way you can really understand the nutritional benefits that you get out of your fruits, your vegetables, your greens. So here you go. If you were to do a juice cleanse, you have some different fruits in here, and it tells you what type of ingredients are found in those fruits. You have some vegetables, the nutritional benefits of those, your whole grains, y'all, your whole grains. Don't just go with white rice. That's how I grew up all day, every day, white rice with almost every single meal. You want to make sure you're choosing grains that you can get some functional nutritional benefits from. You don't want to eat foods that don't do anything for your body. So this is the way you make those empowered decisions and choices. All right. Then you got your proteins. Everybody always like, where you get your protein from? Where you get your protein from? You can get plant-based options for proteins. All right. And so make sure that you are really thinking about all of your nutrients and not just one specific group. All right. Healthy fats. And then you have some herbs and spices that help as well. And then we get into juice recipes, all right? Smoothie recipes. Then you get in some plates, some recipes for inspiration. So this is the plant-based alternative guide. It is in the show notes. So you can go ahead and click that LINK in the show notes and get that so you know. All right, here we go. So do you know the rind has more nutrition than the flesh is actually natural fiber? I have heard that before. And I've also seen other people how they transform their rinds and use it in different things. But because I know these rinds are seedless and it's not organic, I'm not even interested in eating these rinds at all. But I do know that they have nutritional benefits. Appreciate you for coming through and commenting. Thanks for engaging. What's your favorite watermelon? And what do you do with your rinds? What's your favorite watermelon? And what do you do with your rinds? Talk to me. Talk to me. Y'all, I actually think that we only have 4 jars left. So I think we might be okay. We might be okay with our juice jars. We might be okay. We might have just enough to do what it do. And then if you're somebody who have no idea what they could be consuming, they just know they want to eat a little bit better. In the show notes, there is a 5-day mindful eating meal plan that comes with 5 different juice recipes, 5 different smoothie recipes, plant-based meals, raw plant-based options. So you get 5 of each. You can switch that out, prepare it differently. Even if you're not plant-based, but you just want to consume more plant-based options, you can use those meals as inspiration and still pair it with, let's say, some salmon or whatever meats that you are interested in still consuming that you believe are ideal for your body and your lifestyle. All right, so you can definitely do that too. So I want you to know that that is in the show notes as well. And y'all, we still mixing, so we still have this little bit of orange watermelon juice left. So we're gonna go ahead and mix it with the yellow. All right, y'all, we are already 8 jars. 8 jars in, y'all. 8 jars in. And we're on our 3rd seedless watermelon. We got 2 orange, 2 yellow. 2 orange, 2 yellow. All right, and then I'm about to get into the seeds and the seedless, just a little bit more insight. So we're being educated with it. So we're making our own decisions based on what we know. And I just got really excited seeing watermelon being out there. I think I did the ginger, y'all, but I did not do the half a lime yet. And I'm just going straight into the jars, y'all, instead of usually using my pitcher and fleshing it out. We're getting a little thick in our juicing assembly line, y'all. We get a little thick with it. Getting a little thick with it. I feel like we did. I'm not sure if we added it or not, y'all. But we gonna see. Okay. I don't see anything in the comment. Y'all, so the seeded watermelon are natural. They grown through pollination and contain viable seeds that can be replanted. And we talked about the nutritional benefits of the seeds before. High in zinc, magnesium, protein, and healthy fats. Yeah, we almost done with this one too. The seeds in the seeded watermelon. All right, the seedless, they're grown through hybridization. All right, so using a process that kind of breeds breeding 2 watermelon plants with different chromosome counts. So it results in a sterile seedless type of fruit. Seeded watermelon, it's okay to eat those seeds because they're beneficial for you. Even if they're sprouted or blended. There's one Instagram lady, she always makes plant-based foods for her toddler, and she's actually made cookies out of her watermelon seeds. She made a flour, like a watermelon seed flour, and made cookies out of them. So definitely very different variety of ways that you could utilize the seeds from watermelon and many different things. The nutrient profile, again, the seedless, they lack reproductive seeds, so you're going to miss out on some of those minerals that I mentioned to you, the zinc, the magnesium, the protein, the healthy fats. But there are some considerations that you might want to think about when you're thinking about seedless with the hybridization stress. Like the seedless watermelon, since it's man-made, can potentially impact how the body actually recognizes and digests the fruit, especially if it's eaten in large amounts. So like there was this one time I got one from a grocery store, and I typically don't buy them from the grocery store. I was just ready to get into watermelon seeds, and I was ready for them. And it was, I don't know if it was organic or not, but it was seeded, and it caused so many like issues for my mom. Headaches, she just didn't feel good, and she was actually eating the watermelon. She wasn't drinking the juice, she was just actually eating the whole watermelon itself. And that was really weird. Like we never had that experience before. It was like, okay, let's just go straight from the farmers. Let's not get any more grocery store, large grocery store watermelon. So I was like, yeah, let's not go that way. Seedless is also missing that life force. So like in some holistic traditions, people really believe that they need the viable seed so they can have more of that healing vibration and life force when they're consuming the fruits and the vegetables. Seedless varieties can be sprayed with pesticides or grown with chemical fertilizers. Here we go, y'all. So I might end up having to eat the other ones. All right. If not organic, you're increasing your toxic exposure again and could potentially mess up your gut. So gut disruption over time. Maybe not the one time you might eat a seedless watermelon, but it also could trigger like digestive sensitivity, like gas or bloating. And remember, you're drinking the watermelon or you're eating the watermelon to reduce the bloat. So if you're having to choose seedless and non-organic watermelon, it could potentially cause reverse benefits that you weren't looking for, effects that you weren't looking for because you were going after certain benefits. So always do your best with trying to buy organic if it's possible. And again, if you can't buy organic and you can't get the seeded all the time, make sure you're putting in some of the seeded watermelon and organic when you can, mixing it in and not just doing this long term, seedless long term. Because you don't want to rely on seedless varieties. You want to make sure that you're getting in other mono fruits and seeded melons to balance it all out. All right, so make sure you are doing that as well. Let's see. I juice the whole thing for nutrition. I don't like watermelon, period. However, I consume for my health. Everything I don't like, I put in my Nama J2. I know that's right. I know that's right. I think for me, it's like attempting to do like maybe honeydew or what's the other one? It's honeydew and it's another one. It's like the green and the orange melons. But I don't typically like them, like eating them whole. I might try to put them in a juice and maybe use like a certain kind of combination of juice to be able to get in those nutritional benefits. But I think it's the honeydew melon and it's something else. I don't know what the other one is called off the top of my head right now. Cantaloupe. There you go. Thank you, all shoot. Cantaloupe. I don't like them whole, but I will try them in like a juice. Yeah, just making sure. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with my pulp exactly. I know before, like I told you, I don't like to eat it. Most of the time, I give it to my brother to use in his garden. So I usually give like all of my scraps to him to use as like a food compost for his garden, and so that's pretty much what I do. Cantaloupe. Yep. So y'all, that is it for me. We have this little bit right here. That's all the jars that I have. So I might go pick up one more case of jars because I still have one more watermelon, or I might just eat it. I might just eat that other orange watermelon by itself. And then I also have a big seeded red juicy watermelon that I'm going to eat as well. So I'm probably going to go after. Matter of fact, y'all, look at this. I moved that big one and I have one more right here. One more jar. So we might be good on the 12 add these, and that is it for us. And I think I added in the ginger. I think I did. But I see another piece right here. So I'll put that in there because I know I got the lime in it. And that is going to be it for us, y'all. Make sure you check the show notes. If you're not subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you're watching on Facebook, slide over to YouTube, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you never miss a live juice prep or an episode of the Empowered Plates, Empowered Lives podcast, y'all. Or an interview, because I also love interviewing Black plant-based restaurants as well. So check out the playlist on the channel. Make sure that you are subscribed. But most importantly, check the links in the show notes to get all of your wellness vibes vibing. All right, all the wellness vibes vibing. It's your healthy habits and lifestyle coach, Jovonnie, host of the Empowered Plates, Empowered Lives podcast. Thanks for vibing with me, y'all.